Another Friday is here, guys, and we're back in the studio to bring you the best entertainment podcast in Ghana. My name has always been King Kwaku Mensa, and this is Showbiz University episode 15. 15 episodes down. If you've missed any of the episodes, do well to go to Spotify, Audiomack, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast and take a listen to any of the episodes. We've had great conversations throughout the weeks. Every Friday, we bring you Showbiz University. So, guys, welcome to another episode. Let's go straight into lecture time for today. So on lecture time today, on Wednesday, I got the opportunity to attend OlivetheBoy's unveiling as a new signee to Sony Music Africa and Columbia Records. Yes, and the Boo Vision. So it was a great event, hands down. No two ways about that. I mean, the young boy is doing so much for himself, and to have such great news come to him and to the Ghana music industry at large is refreshing. Let me put it that way. It's very refreshing. So the event had great industry players come out to support the boy and also witness him perform live band for the first time. I'll reserve my comments on the live band performances. I mean, I've been part of OlivetheBoy's beginning, but I saw him in the beginning. Yes, I happened to interview him back in Koforidua when he was coming up. He himself and Beats Vampire came all the way to Koforidua for a media tour, and I was one of the entertainment show hosts that had him on my show. Yes, if my memory serves me right. And I was blown away by the guy's melodies. Almost all the industry players I had a conversation with on Wednesday spoke about the same melodies. They said the guy has melodies for days. So today we're bringing you conversations I had with Baba Sadiq, who happens to be a politician and an entertainment entrepreneur, Andy Dosty, who is a media personality, Boothiam, who is the EVP at Columbia Records, a former manager for Kanye West, Lady Gaga, and Akon's brother. Yes, so he signed OlivetheBoy to Columbia Records and Sony Music Africa. So we had a conversation about industry growth, the music industry's growth, and attracting investors into the country. Boothiam, for an example, had an interesting opinion on how we can attract record labels like Sony Music Africa and others into Ghana. So according to him, we first have to convince them to come and experience Ghana, just like he did. He's African, he's from Senegal, yes, but on Wednesday was his very first time coming to Ghana. I mean, from Senegal to Ghana is like 2 cities, 50% drive. But Wednesday was his very first time coming to Ghana, and he was blown away. And according to him, he's going to take that memory on and share it to other investors to also come experience Ghana. He had a lot to say. So we're going to listen to that conversation real quick. The conversation I had with Baba Sadiq, Andy Dosty, Boothiam, and Anne Sophie, former ambassador to Ghana. Yes. Let's go listen to that real quick for lecture time today. Baba Sadiq, you are very intentional about the agenda of pushing Ghanaian acts. And it's amazing how almost every young talent or every amazing talent that is coming up, your face is there. Is it something you plan to do?
Well, I mean, I've always had the intention of elevating the space and enabling the industry, and particularly in the ways that it benefits the many exciting talents that are in Ghana, you know. And so, yeah, this is what we do, and this is what I've always sought to. I've always sought to create value for industry, for the country, and for all the individuals involved. And so, yeah, we're intentional about that. We're also pretty intense about that as well. You know, I thought in the last few months that I was going to fully concentrate on politics, but I guess when you've got a lot of passion and when you're committed to seeing the space grow, you can never say never. You know, so I mean, back again to at least, I mean, for the few months that I've got left before the heady days of the elections, just do what we do to elevate Ghanaian artists, Ghanaian music, and take it out there.
You must have seen something very unique about OlivetheBoy to put your political career on pause for a moment.
I'm not actually on pause. I'm actually still fully involved in politics. I'm still running for the Kwaku Central seat.
I mean, you could have been on campaign, but you're here. Yes. That is what I'm saying. You you must have seen something unique about OlivetheBoy. Tell me what you saw that made you kind of hold on to politics for a moment just to see the boy excel.
Well, it's the guy's got a lot of potential and talent, and he's got a certain X factor. And my gut always is able to zero in on that X factor, And so once we've got that, he's got that X factor. I mean, we said why not? I mean, he was developed and discovered by Look Music, Beats Vampire, SMD. I mean, we're management, and then we can get him consolidated here as much as get him out there, and then that's what we're trying to do with him essentially. And so it's the X factor. It's the exciting talent he has, and most importantly for us, we have that much belief in Ghanaian artistry and the talent here, and so we're looking to do all of that to enable it.
Right. Thank you so much. But before you go, does it end with OlivetheBoy only?
Well, it doesn't. I mean, full circle, like I said on stage, myself, my team, we're about to, like we've always done, we have a principle of say let's do more. We're about to rely one more time on our deep industrial insight and experience to elevate the space and take it out there. There's a void, the void of people that really understand the space, who really understand the local space as it connects into the diaspora and how they can enable it all for our talent right from Ghana, And so Full Circle is out there to not only elevate and enable OlivetheBoy, but number of all the exciting talents and the creative industry in Ghana as much as possible.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
I must say it's very great having you support Ghanaian talent that much as a diplomat. What pushes you to do that in the first place?
Well, I grew up in an environment that was full of music. My dad was the head of CBS in Belgium, which turns out to be Sony Music now. And so I grew up in a musical environment in the 1970s. And in 1970s, the creativity was amazing. And after the beginning of the 80s, it was only remix. It was only, there was nothing new. So I lost interest in music. And when I came to Ghana, suddenly I heard something that was new, something that was very creative, something that was mixing Afrobeat, rap, hip-hop, and I thought, wow, this is amazing. And that's how suddenly I regained interest in music. And I was lucky enough to meet some of those artists, and they are so genuine, so natural, working hard, really hard to push their music out there. You just listen to them and you love them.
How did you hear about OlivetheBoy?
On social media. I usually go through my Instagram, and I saw this guy. I listened to the song, and I was like, wow, I just love it. So I posted it in my story, saying, wow, he's a gem. He's a real gem. And they contacted me to invite me, so I was wow.
So tonight, what are you expecting from the person you're calling a gem right now?
Well, it will be my first time watching him perform. And of course, when you listen to the track when it's been recorded, it always sounds perfect. But when you listen to people performing live, it's a bit different. So yeah, but I've heard many Ghanaian artists who are doing so well live. I'm sure he's going to be amazing.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you very much.
Guess who we bumped into? Beats Vampire himself. Chema, what's up?
Everything good, bro.
Make I ask you this question. How excited are you right now?
I think I'm more than happy because we started this. All we had was a talent and a dream, and God being so good, this is how far we've come. I think I'm the happiest guy right now.
So, did you ever imagine that what you started some few years ago with a young boy with great talent would grow to have a whole Sony Music coming on board?
I mean, that's the main reason we did this. We believed in the talent, and we knew that this was going to happen. So, we knew that this was going to happen. Just that we didn't know when, but it was going to happen. Yeah.
So now that Sony is on board, tell me, what next for OlivetheBoy and what next for Beats Vampire himself?
I think the world is not ready for what's coming. Like, what is happening now is just the beginning. They should expect, like, crazy stuffs, yeah.
I know you managed OlivetheBoy. Do you still manage him, or it's like you've left him for...
Okay, I'm his label's boss. but he's being managed by another party. But right now he's signed to my label. Yeah.
So it's not as if Sony has come for OlivetheBoy and you know the whole when an artist moves to a bigger label, it's like there is a whole problem or something like that. That's not the same with you.
Oh no, he's still under my label. I'm being managed by Boo Vision. Yeah, so Sony Music signed only through Loop Music. That's my label, but he's still under the label and being managed by Full Circle. Yeah, sorry, Full Circle.
Right. So tonight, what are we to expect? All right. So tell me, is it that you have signed OlivetheBoy totally to Sony Music, or you still have a part to play in his career?
OlivetheBoy is still under Loop Music. He's signed to my record label, being managed by Full Circle, and also we have a contract with Sony Music. Yeah, he's still signed to my label. Yeah.
So tell me, tonight, what should we expect?
Tonight is gonna be exciting. I mean, as you can see, yeah, it's really gonna be crazy here. OlivetheBoy is about to do what he does, and I think you guys should watch out for greatness.
Thank you so much. So it is not always that you see Kwaku Mensa coming out in the night, but tonight something brought you here. Tell me what it is.
I tell you what, man, every now and then you have a Ghanaian artist who's about to break through the world and just make big things happen for the Ghanaian music industry and push Ghana forward. We've done it with Black Sharif, we've done it with Kwesi Arthur. Tonight we're doing it for OlivetheBoy, and that's why I'm here to host the event. Very excited for him. We're announcing officially his new record deal, unveiling his new management team and everybody else who's around him to push. Yeah.
So if you met a foreigner and he says, suggest an African artist or a Ghanaian artist, what would you mention as the attributes for OlivetheBoy?
What would I mention? Very unique, very daring, thinking beyond Ghana's boundaries. A lot of people attribute his style to be Nigerian, but we get other African artists, you know, it's getting inspired from our sound and our words and our language all the time. Why can't he do it? He did it and it worked. So very daring. And that's the type of those are the type of qualities we need in Ghanaian artists to dare to go beyond, you know, what we're known for, which is Ghana. Let's go beyond that. We need a lot more of our artists at the forefront on the news pages and the blogs of foreign platforms. And that's what OlivetheBoy has done.
Speaking about Nigeria, there are those who are complaining that, yes, you said his style is more Nigerian. Why he didn't stick to a Ghanaian sound or a Ghanaian style, but decided to toe the lane of Nigerian? Do you think it's going to affect him in any way in his career?
No, not at all. You know, it depends on what he wants to stand for. But I feel every artist, in order to break through, you have to have a unique appeal. That's what it is for him. He could think of it as a marketing strategy, because like it or not, Nigeria has the bigger music market. So as long as he's still saying he's Ghanaian and representing Ghana, I'm okay with it, and I think it's a win for him. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
So we have the big man himself out here, Andy Dusty. Andy, thank you so much for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Tell us one thing that you would say makes OlivetheBoy stand out amongst other Ghanaian artists.
I mean, I think it's about his melodies. I play his songs on radio, but each time I listen to his songs, I feel like his melodies are out of this world, and sometimes I wonder, who is this guy? Okay, I kept wondering until they sent him on my radio show to have an interview with him, and I loved the boy. I just love him, yeah.
Such a young boy with such great talent. Some will say he has a great future ahead of him, but as an OG in the entertainment industry in Ghana, what advice would you say should OlivetheBoy tune into TV3 3 Extra tomorrow and watch? What advice would you give him as Andy Dusty?
Well, as an artist, I will only tell him to get people who can really market his brand. I think as musicians, especially in this country, our biggest problem is the marketing of our music. And so yes, most people record very good songs, but they don't cross the borders because of marketing. We have very few marketing strategies and strategists, and so the songs don't cross. They stay right there, and we are so comfortable. And so he should get people who can really market his brand and propel his music to higher heights.
That's why we have you as the gatekeeper, right?
You are also a gatekeeper.
Anyway, so tonight, what are you expecting from OlivetheBoy tonight?
Well, this will be the first time I'm going to watch him perform on stage. I hope he doesn't disappoint, because the stage performance also shoots the musician and his craft upwards. And so, yes, let's see how best he can satisfy us with that. Right.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
I must say it is great having the big labels come into Africa to support talent down here. But let me ask you as Bovision right now, why do you think it is important for you to come back to the motherland?
I never left. I mean, if you talk about no one has had a bigger culture in African music than Akon. I never left, I tried to sign WizKid 10 years ago. I tried to sign David 10 years ago, but I was too early, and it wasn't the right time. But now it is. And, me being somebody in power, I have a responsibility to look out for my sisters and brothers. So that's what I'm doing,
Afrobeat is the new sound right now, taking all over the globe. As Bovision, how can you contribute, or how are you contributing to making this African sound as big as hip-hop in the next 50 years that we can celebrate?
Well, I think first and foremost, it's about making the right decisions. A lot of our talent are young and inexperienced, and sadly, what comes with that is being in bad deals, signing to the wrong companies. So I think first and foremost, I want to just give people, the experience and the knowledge. Some of the biggest mistakes African artists make is that they sign to the wrong companies.
True.
Every company is not the best company for you, and not everyone understands African music. So they got to make better decisions on who they should be in business with. And like I said, Loop Music, Full Circle, those guys had other opportunities, but it was important for them to be in business with me. Someone that understood the music, African like themselves. So, for me, it's one of them things where I'm going to make sure that he goes through all the right ropes. He's not going to miss no steps. He's not. You feel me?
More like a school, you're kind of grooming OlivetheBoy to becoming the global star he's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've seen his growth. I was there in the beginning and all that. Yes. And everything in between. And I must say, I'm very proud of how fast you've grown. I'll let you finish what you're munching on right now, but let me come to you. What's in Africa right now? One of the major problems we're facing is investment in artists.
Right.
But you coming down to Ghana, you said it's your first time in Ghana, although you never left Africa.
Nah.
It's your first time in Ghana.
Yes.
You coming to Ghana right now. What are you seeing different in artists that will kind of push you to encourage more investors to come down, especially into Ghana, to tap into a sound, invest into a sound and push it globally?
That's a good question. But I feel the artists in Africa have a responsibility.
Tell me about it.
Well, they got to demand respect. Respect is not given, it's earned. So I came to Ghana to show other artists that if someone is trying to sign you, they should come too. Why am I one of the only execs to come to Ghana to sign an artist? It shouldn't be that way. And it was important for Olive and his team to have me come. And that's one of the things that they said, listen, we want to work with you, but it's important for you to come down when we sign and be with us and walk with us. And I respected that. So to answer your question is that to unlock that, to have other investors invest, is a must they come down to your country. And artists have to demand the people to come.
Thank you so much.
For sure.
Big man of the moment. How does it feel though to have all these people here right now, all the big names in the industry here for you?
Feels amazing. Feels good.
Did you ever have a sleep last night? Did you sleep knowing this was coming on?
No, I didn't want to mess up. I was literally rehearsing like all night long.
And the performance was crazy.
Thank you.
The performance was crazy. So what next for OlivetheBoy right now?
Like I said, just captivating stuff.
Captivating stuff.
Fireworks. Just
right. So I'll tell you, I spoke to a couple of industry players right now, and they are all rooting for you. But we know you're going to do great. We know everything is in line for you right now. But what are you doing yourself to make sure you meet everything that Bovision, Sony Music, Full Circle, and everything takes place in line for you? What are you doing?
I think for every artist, you need to keep learning because there's a lot to learn, right? So that's what I do, just so this favor does not leave me, right? I need to catch up to it. Right. So I just keep learning just to catch up to it.
Thank you so much. Your Mind Day segment is up next.
mean the worldly people. That's why I said Lucifer. We are with the guy.
Something is wrong with you.
Last episode, I asked you to share your opinion on the 10% tax government has introduced on bet winnings and winnings from Game of Chance. And these are some comments that came on Twitter. Incredible_B says, some taxes in Ghana don't make sense. And this bet tax is just one of them. The government will soon tax the air we breathe. The corruption index shows GRA is amongst the top 10 most corrupt institutions in Ghana. Someone was telling me how one GRA official could go home with 50k per day. Do you have evidence? Otherwise, you go explain tire in Burna Boy's voice. Incredible. Anyway, a free-year Rashford says there are more serious issues in the country that need to be tackled. If they are trying so hard to stop people from betting, why can't they apply the same energy when it comes to dealing with issues that prevent politicians from stealing our money? Hashtag the youth are not lazy. King Let 20. Okay, King Let 20 says we'll find a loophole very soon. Okay, good luck. Let's go on and read some few comments and we'll ask your mind a question right now. So Julia Hingston says if you want to tackle betting, all we need is create job for the youth and opportunities. Make it easy for people to live and see a future of hope. If we have jobs and prosperous business, why would we bet? That's a question for the gods. And Julia is asking that. Kwame Money says they see everything rotten aside their corruption. Buame GP says sports betting pays me more than my work. I use the gains from it to support my family. My salary is nothing to write home about. I am not lazy. The government is lazy. Okay. So at Insuraba KAD says this 10% is to collapse the betting company and not necessarily to demotivate bettors. We have wicked leaders who always think about their pocket and few family members and not the country as whole. Because of the employment my senior bro got from a betting company, I am now a nurse. Oh, that's nice. Good luck. That's a very good. I don't know what to say to you right now, but you're now a nurse because your senior brother is a punter. Okay, senior investors. Anyway, so let's go straight into your mind day question for today. This is actually a letter that came through. I'll read it out. Make sure you use the hashtag Showbiz Uni. Share your opinion on your mind day segment, and we're going to read it on our next episode as we always do. So this is what came to me. Please help me decide on this. I and my husband have been married for 8 years now. I do online business and have been able to save 4,000 Ghana cedis. No, 40,000, I beg to say. 40,000 Ghana cedis. I am contemplating on buying a taxi for someone to work for me. But my husband says I should buy a land so we start building our house. Please help me decide which one to do. Thank you. Let me reread that. Please help me decide on this. I and my husband have been married for 8 years now. I do online business and I have been able to save 40,000 Ghana cedis. I am contemplating on buying a taxi for someone to work for me, but my husband says I should buy a land so we start building our house. Please help me decide which one to do. Thank you. So use the hashtag ShowbizUni, share your opinion on this letter, and we're going to read it. I'm sure the lady in question would listen and make an informed decision from it. Weekend playlist is up next. So these are top 10 songs on my playlist, and I think you should jump to it as well because, the songs are bangers. Maya Blue has a new song out, and it's from her debut EP, Just Blue on it. And this song came with a music video, a very nice one as such. The title of the song is Talk Too Much. It's a jab to boys, but I forgive Maya Blue. Yeah. So Maya Blue, Talk Too Much is my number one song on my playlist. If you know King Kwaku Mensa very well, you know that High Life is what I'll go for 247. Irrespective of how Afrobeat is doing worldwide, I think High Life is a great song to listen to. And Kevin Boy blessed me with a very good High Life song on a leaked EP. So Kevin Boy was supposed to release his EP, I think in September, but on 24th of August, on Thursday, we woke up and we saw Kevin Boy's 7-track EP out. The title of the EP is called For the Culture spelled with a K. 7 songs, dope songs, although he added Down Flat remix, which featured Techno and Steph London on the 7 songs, and Vero as well. But aside Down Flat remix, which I think is an old song, the other 6 are dope. My favorite on the For the Culture EP is Roma, which features Baby Boy AV. This is 100% high life song, Ghanaian and Nigerian high life infusion. You should listen to the song. Roma from Kevin Boy. So that was Kevin Boy's Roma. Guys, Charlie, I don't know, but I think this song is going to grow on me. Dope Nation also has an EP out called Ghana Piano, and 27th of this month, Dope Nation is going on the songwriting boot camp in Kumasi. They are trying to make Ghana Piano like an established genre in Ghana. Yes, Ghana Piano. Don't ask me about the name, but what they're doing is revolutionary and I think we should support. So if you're in Kumasi on the 27th of this month, you should join Dope Nation on the songwriters boot camp. Yeah. But off the Ghana Piano EP, you should listen to Dope Nation featuring our very own DJ faculties, Ali Baba. A very danceable tune. You can jump to it this weekend. So that is the second song from DJ Faculty. The very first one featured Nettie and Ya Black, Happiness Over Everything, HOE. How you pronounce it there is your own problem. This is the second one, and it was featured, Dope Nation was featured on it, titled Ali Baba. That's my third song on my weekend playlist. Fourth song, Bisa K-Day, is out with a new song, and he titles it Because of Money. That's why we're suffering in the very first place, don't it? So my sixth song on the weekend playlist is from Kofi Mole on a song he titles Code 102 into brackets Roots. So as I was saying, weekend playlist is beautiful like that. Not all the songs on the weekend playlist I have listened to. Some I'm yet to. So I get to enjoy it the same way you listening to Showbiz University will be enjoying the weekend playlist. So Kofi Mole's song Code 102 is one of the songs I'll be listening to this weekend. Zooming straight to number 7 on my weekend playlist, Kwamina MP also has an EP out. So in Ghana, I think we have about 3 EPs out. One from Dope Nation Ghana Piano, one from Kevin Boy For the Culture, and Kwamina MP's Warm Up EP. So off the Warm Up EP, I want you guys to go listen to Yawa. Yawa from Kwamina MP is my number 7 song for my weekend playlist. Episode decided to go full dancehall reggae on us this time. I mean, he dropped a high life song, 2 high life songs that are doing well, and he decided to tell you guys that yes, I am still a dancehall and a reggae artist. So Stubborn Soldier from Episode is my number 8 song on my weekend playlist. Sister Fia's song Shine Your Eye made it to my number 9 song, or made it to my number 9 on the list of weekend playlist. Now my last song for the weekend playlist, you guys have to listen to it. Another beautiful lady with a very sensational voice, EFYA, Efia Big Dragon, has released her second song for this year. Super did good. Now Jara Jara is the next song you should add to it. It has a bounce to it, man. Like high life, yes, but high life with a bounce. Yeah. So Efia sum up my weekend playlist with Jara Jara. On that note, that's how we wrap up today's episode of Showbiz University. My name has always been King Kwaku Mensa. You heard the conversation we had with Anne Sophie, with Buthiam of Columbia Records, with Baba Sadiq of 3 Music, politician and entertainment entrepreneur. We heard the voice of Andy Dusty as well. We had a great conversation over the weekend. We more to the elbow of OlivetheBoy, where I'm praying that he breaks more records and sets new ones with his new record label, Sony Music. I mean, he has not ditched Full Cycle and Beats Vampire, but Charlie, more record. I did pray say OlivetheBoy will also be making strides internationally and breaking records internationally. On that note, that's how we wrap up. My name is King Kwaku Mensa. As I said, make sure you hop on to Spotify, Audiomack, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. Listen to this episode and any other episode of Showbiz University. Until we meet again, peace, good vibes, and positive energy going out to you.